Right, while I was making some videos about my chain, I thought I might as well show my Tutoro chain oiler system. It comes from the UK. I think it was about 80 quid for the Dulux set. That's about €90. And so this is my setup. This thing here didn't come with the set. This bit did. This bit I found in the garage, and it puts just about enough distance from the frame underneath the rear arch of the motorbike, and then the tube runs down. You can see it down along the frame. This is not really doing anything, it came a bit loose, but normally I had it around these things. These like hold the tube into place. You need to make sure you leave enough slack at this corner here. It comes down here, and then I got this. I bought this extra thing. It keeps it. Normally it just comes with a piece of cable that tries to keep it stable around your sprocket. But I opted for this thing. I can't remember what it was, but I paid extra for it. And it gives it much more of this plastic thing gives it much more of a stable fitting. And you can see there I've got the twin nozzle either side of the sprocket. It's good. I didn't have time. I don't have time every weekend. I do about 800 kilometers a week, so that would mean that I probably every weekend I'd have to take my bike out and clean the chain, and I just don't have time to do that. Even though, people on YouTube show how quickly you could do it, I always want to do things properly. And so I fitted this in about an hour and a half, and it's hit and miss. It takes a while to get the exact setting right. If it's too much, it tends to gunk up the whole backside of your bike, and often on the rims of your tyres you might see some small splatters, and I don't know if that one's, no, that's not it, but it looks, you can see small splatters if the setting's too high. And obviously I don't really want to have whatever oil that is splattered on the edge of my tyre. I don't think I really lean that far over, but in any case it's not a nice feeling to have oil on your tyre. I want to have a nice clean tyre, so if that's the case then I turn it down. Right now I have it about on 1 1/4 turns. The default setting is 1 1/2, and the oil, it goes forever. I bought a tub, half a litre tub, and I've got loads left. So yeah, and I don't know what I can say. I mean, this is a new bike. I've only done 4,000 kilometers on this chain. Seems to be okay. I've had to tighten it once, and it probably got tightened on the first service, and I had it installed on my NC700, and I managed to do about 19,000 kilometers on the chain, and then I sold the bike. And I think the chain, I'd adjusted it quite a bit. I think there was probably a couple of thousand kilometers left on the chain when I traded it in, so that's not too bad. People say, yeah, whatever, 30,000, but at the end of the day they're not that expensive, and I didn't do anything else but install this thing, and I never cleaned it, and yeah, so I don't think that's really bad. 20,000, and then buy a new chain and sprockets if that was the case. I don't know, maybe that chain is still good, but I can't say anything about how effective it is. I mean, you can see the chain's nice and clear. It's not too gunked up. That's just something because I've got to sort my chain out in a bit. So yeah, I've just given it a white round, but yeah, so that's the Tutoro chain oiler system, and that's the setup I've got on the NC750. I don't know, you probably need something like this if you want to have it installed like mine, and then you really have to look in your garage or go to your DIY store to find something. If you want to know exactly how the length of that piece of metal there, just drop a comment and I'll measure it for you and let you know. So all in all, pretty good system, cheap. You don't have to mess around with the engine. Pretty easy to install. A bit fiddly, like this part is particularly fiddly, but once you get it set up you're good to go for a long time, and then all you have to do is just take this cap off and fill it up with oil. So it's good. Thanks a lot. Thanks.